I'm not sure what happened. I was recording my video and it literally just cut off out of nowhere. I know for a fact I didn't do that. I did not end the stream. It just said your stream ended. So maybe there's like a 24-minute limit. So I guess I'll just be conscientious of that. It's 6:53. So like 7:15 or something. I don't know. I guess I'll be mindful of that. But anyway, I'm going to try and get back on track because maybe I can go back and merge the videos or something. That's not important. What's important is what I was saying is that it's not that women can't like build a house or anything like that. Like women have their strengths, literally. Women have their strengths as women and men have their strengths as men. And I truly believe that this vision quest, if we were to bring it back to society, normalize it, make it literally a part of your initiation into adulthood, I think that everybody would be better off for it. And we would realize, actually, I am a woman and I have no clue why I'm trying to act like a man. Why am I trying to? That's a social construct. If you ask me, I think that that's the social construct, is the women saying I can do anything a man can do, this, that, blah, blah, blah. Like, just remember, like, the way you're built, like, just have memory of that. But there is no memory. There's no memory because there's no connection with spirit. There's no connection with soul. There's no connection with earth. And everyone's just out here lost as hell. And it's sad to see, coming from like my own point of view, like my own eyeballs. But I just know the role that I play on earth. And I'm going to always defend like womanhood as long as I'm a woman. And I defend manhood as well. It's just, I'm not the type of woman who's going to be holding a grown man's hand because he didn't go through what he needed to go through to become a man. It's literally not my job. And it's sad because these men are growing up, obviously, like they're looking for girlfriends, looking for wives and stuff like that. And it's like, when a man hasn't gone through his vision quest, when he hasn't undergone his initiation into manhood, I don't even understand how it's possible for him to be thinking about a woman. Like, how do you feel complete? And again, I'm not a man, so I don't know. This is literally just a question coming from an onlooker, a bystander, anything like that. But my question is literally like, how can you be focused on anything else? Because again, no, we don't live in those times, and no, it's not like the Plains Indians like I was reading before. But it still, in today's equivalent would be a man going out and fending for himself and earning the skills that are necessary to survive on the earth that exists today. And if I were to have a son, I would make a vision quest mandatory for him. There would be no question about it. So I'm 3 minutes into this one. Let's see here. I'm 3 minutes into this recording. I don't know if it's going to cut off like last time. I don't know what's going on. But my whole point is just that women, they have a different path that they take to undergo like what would be the equivalent of a vision quest. They have, like I read before, they have things that are different. A woman has menstruation. Okay, yes, I said the word on my channel. If it makes you uncomfortable, just skip past this part. But a woman has menstruation. That's something that is not ever going to apply to a man. It's just not going to apply. Yes, there's birth control. Yes, there's different remedies for like getting rid of like menstruation, but that is a quality of a woman. It can't be argued. It can't be denied. So the whole non-binary thing, it just does not exist here. And that is the symbol of her womanhood. So when when a woman begins menstruation, she doesn't just automatically, well, I don't know how it was in the past. I don't know how it is really now for anyone else, but they don't just automatically just like start popping out babies. It's literally just like preparing, at least from family life. That's what it was called when I was in elementary school, 5th grade. It's like, no, like now her body, she's aware of what her body can do. Is that not deep? Like I sometimes I just feel like, am I really the only human on earth? Because because it just seems like everyone is out here being so robotic, and I don't know. There is no go with the flow. There is no go with the status quo for me. I just think women should be women. I think men should be men. We all have our powers, and our powers are different from one another. I think that a man's strength and his ability to protect, yeah, I think that's the quality of a man. I think a woman's strength and ability to protect, I think that's delegated to the child or to the children, and that's her role. I don't think that's societal. I think that is just the way it should be, just based on anatomy, based on physiology. So, I, again, we're living in society. We have literal boys that just keep aging. We live in a society of boys that just keep aging, and then we wonder why stuff is like in disarray. And it's just like there's nobody making sound decisions for the collective. Like there's no authority. there's no voice of reason, because everything is just about like hurt feelings or some like whatever the news says to get mad about today. Nobody has their own voice. And if we were to go through a vision quest and actually spend that time in isolation and actually connect with spirit, connect with earth, connect with the energies around us, yes, that makes you more credible. Is that the word? Yes, that makes you more credible, because it's like you've been through it and you've been there. No one can tell you anything, and no one can like invalidate your experience. But the thing is that we live in a society of people who just don't have the experiences. They just haven't gone through the transition. And that's all I wanted this video to be about. Again, this was a challenge, and I wanted to talk about how I really truly believe in my soul and in my heart that vision quests need to be normal for everyone. And again, for a woman, that would be different than what it would be for a man. A man does need to go out into nature and learn how to survive. Like, I know everyone's like vegan and stuff like that, but like if you're out in nature, you have no food, and you see a rabbit running by, it's like, die because I have these beliefs about animals, or be a man and shoot the rabbit and fry it up and fill my belly so that I have energy to keep going. I just can't understand why these things are looked down upon. Survival is a skill that is literally inherent in every single human. So I think that's really important. Survival skills are important to me. Again, like I said, I went through what I believe is the equivalent of a vision quest in the 21st century as a young woman. I had my isolation. I did my hallucinogen thing. I feel like I connected, and especially, and I'll go back to what the vision quest will be like for a woman, the pregnancy. I had a very easy pregnancy physically. Like my body, I didn't have like the fatigue and things like that women like usually complain about until like literally like my last month. So I had a really easygoing pregnancy physically, but mentally and spiritually, it was not easy. In the first months of my pregnancy, I remember I would wake up and I would like walk to this basketball court that was close to the apartment that I was living in at the time. And I would wake up early and I would just go to the basketball court because nobody would be there at that time. It'd be like 6 or 7 in the morning, and I'd be reading the Bible. Now, to me, the Bible is a book of shadows and spells. I don't care what anybody says. Everyone reads it and interprets it however they want to. For me, the Bible is a book of shadows, spells, rituals, all types of good stuff. So that is literally one of my favorite books on planet Earth. I love it so much. And when I was reading it, especially the book of John, I can remember feeling like I connected with what would be considered God. And that was while I was pregnant. So either these are visions coming through, I don't know. I know that I had really bad dreams and really bad nightmares where I'm not going to get into like the details or anything, but there was just a lot of like blood and just murderous type stuff, like just violent things, just really violent things that were happening in my dreams. And again, dreams are visions. So I don't really care what anyone says about that. Dreams are like the equivalent of visions, and my visions were really crazy during my pregnancy. So I was going through that during my pregnancy, getting what would be considered like these visions. And again, this is something that's happening during pregnancy. And like this article was saying, that is the equivalent of what a vision quest would be for a woman who was or a girl who is undergoing her initiation into womanhood. A man is never going to go through that. Not if he was born a man, not if he gets a sex change to be a woman. Like if the physiology, the anatomy, everything is just different. So the experience is going to be different. I underwent that during my pregnancy, and you know, I gave birth, and then I'm like, okay, you know, that girl, she's gone. She's just gone. She was a girl. Now I'm a woman sitting in front of you now. Men don't have the pregnancy. They don't grow life in their bodies. They don't give birth to life. So the equivalent would just be like, to me, learning how to navigate life. And I think that that's really important. Again, from the standpoint of a woman, I can't speak for a man or anything like that, but he has to earn his stripes and to be able to call himself a man. In today's society, you just call a man because like he's wearing the right clothes, and that's the social construct that you guys say that you're against. But no, the spiritual aspect, actually going out there, actually connecting with nature and really getting his visions, whether that's through the hallucinogens or it's through the, like maybe he was out in nature and he ate some berries and the berries were like really crazy. And he's just like, whoa, like, where am I? I don't know. I really don't know. All I do know is that men lack that aspect today, and they don't undergo any sort of initiation, and they literally have no proof of their manhood. Like the men today, there's no proof, there's no evidence, there's no battle wounds, there's just nothing there other than the fact that like he has on male clothing and he has a penis attached to his body, and that's just not enough to make a man a man. Like, so I'll try and like see what I can do with the two different live things, because I don't like inconsistency. I don't know why the other one cut off. I'll try and see if I can merge it. I made the other one private until I can get to it, but I guess I'll stop there. It was like 24 plus 12. So yeah, this is like a combined time of like 35 minutes. So if you hung out with me, thank you. I just wanted to speak to that. Again, this is completely unplanned. This was a challenge from my sister. So I went ahead and I took the challenge. So she can't say that I didn't do it, because I did do it. And I just wanted to talk about the vision quest. When the video is like a regular video, like my other ones, please leave your commentary below. You know how I am. I love to open dialogue. I love to get the conversation started. I would genuinely love to hear the opinions of anyone who comes across this topic and sees what I'm talking about, and see is it just me? Like, am I the one that's being crazy, or is society lost as hell because there's no more connection with like source energy? Like there's no more connection with the land. Like, why can't it be like Pandora around here? Have you seen Avatar? Oh man, don't you remember when they had to select like their banshees, or they called them banshees, but when they had to get their ikran, you know, like they had to survive. The one that was for them tried to kill them. That was literally part of the initiation, the first hunt. How can, anyway, okay, that's all I wanted to talk about. That's really all I wanted to talk about, because I believe that even the women in the tribe, don't you remember? Even the women had to go ahead and get an ikran. Like everyone, the possibility of death is part of your initiation. You can say, yes, I overcame death. Like how is that not the hardest flex? Like, I don't know. So thank you. That's all I wanted to talk about. Normalize vision quests again, please, for the collective, for every child, whether that's at 13 years old, 14 years old, 15 years old, I really don't care. Just bring it back so that the men and women who walk this earth have a sense of self and have a sense of connection to the earth that we live on, instead of just creating these stories and these identities based on just this physical vessel, because this physical vessel is such a tiny part of who we are. That's my pure, honest opinion. And I believe that if we bring back and normalize the vision quest again for men and for women, but again, for women, let's not treat it like we do for men. Let's not do it. Don't get crazy, you know? If we just normalize that, bring it back, I truly believe we'll start seeing change like immediately. So again, that's my stream. Thank you. And I will maybe go live another time. I don't know. That's it. Bye.